Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So we've got Ant-Man and Rhino out on the board playing some Marvel Champions. We went through just our standard Rhino pretty easily. Ant-Man seemed to take care of business, so we're moving on up to Expert. And we've got our Expert cards in the deck here. When we move up to Expert, Breaking and Taken starts out on the table, which I don't think is going to be a problem for Ant-Man. Should be able to take care of that. And I think we're ready to go. So we're going to grab our cards. We need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's figure out what we've got here. So, still haven't seen our helmet in any of the games. So, I'm hoping to see a helmet. There's our wrist gauntlets, which we've seen in a couple of the other games. Got an energy, a Ronin, a Stinger, and a couple of suits. So, Ronin in a suit is a good combo. And then we could, in order to pay for that, we would need 3 and 1. And then maybe we're sitting on our wrist gauntlets till the end of the turn. That seems reasonable. Now, if I'm using these to pay for Ronin and stuff anyway, I'm going to discard these and see if I come up with something better. So we're going to mulligan those 2 cards. We're going to get 2 other cards, which is, Wasp and a team building exercise. So Wasp is really good. I may, instead of playing Ronin, I may play Wasp. She costs 3. I could spend 2 to get team building exercise out, and I could spend 2, 3 to get Wasp out. I don't know if that's worth it because I think the wrist gauntlets would be nice to have right at the get-go. So I think instead what we'll probably end up doing is 3 for Wasp, 1 for the suit, and then hold on to the wrist gauntlets. I think that's what we're going to do. All right. So on this side of the board, what we're going to do is we're going to flip over to Ant-Man. So when we go Ant-Man, we get change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. All right, so we're going to flip. We're going to take a threat out. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play Wasp. And normally I would probably just thwart that away with Ant-Man, but when I play Wasp, I get a, after Wasp enters play, deal 2 damage from giant form, remove 2 threat from a scheme if you're in tiny form. And I'm in tiny form. So, we're going to take 2 threat off the scheme, which is going to get rid of Breaking and Taken. Then we're going to put a reinforced suit on Wasp. And then even though we're both kind of doing the tiny thing, we're going to go ahead and both of us are going to attack. So I'm going to put 1 on Wasp. She's going to attack for 2. I'm going to attack for 1. So we're going to do 3 to Rhino. And then our wrist gauntlets are hanging out in our hand, and we're done. So we're untapping. And we're going to draw back up to 5, hand size 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, there's Giant Man. And there's 5 resources. All right. Villain's turn. First thing, 1 threat on the main scheme because it tells us to do that. Rhino's going to see Ant-Man out there and going to want to come stomp him. So Rhino's going to stomp on Ant-Man because Ant-Man's just going to take it. So he's doing 3. He's going to get a boost of 1. We're going to take 4. All right. So let's see, 2, 4. All right, let's see what other craziness happens. Counter card is Assault. Oh, he's coming for me again. Well, I don't want to get rid of Wasp yet, so we're going to take another shot. Maybe a bad deal, but we're doing it. All right, so he's attacking for 3. He's going to hit us for a bonus of none. All right. It worked out well, but we took 7 damage this round. Yikes. All right. End of the villains phase. We're back around to the top of the round, and it is our hero phase. So what are we doing for our hero phase? Now, Giant Man would be good to get out there, I think, because we could use his stomping power. But We also have wrist gauntlets. And with as much damage as I've taken, doing some stunning would be a very good deal, I think. So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to use our reinforced suit to play our wrist gauntlets. We're going to use Giant Man to play Army of Ants. So we're using a Giant Man to play some ants, as much sense as that makes. We are going to attack with the ants for 1 damage. Knock him down to 11. We're going to go ahead and have the Wasp attack. Wasp is going to attack for 2, so he's down to 9. Oop. Flip there, put a 2 out here. Now we're going to flip to giant form. We're going to go from tiny to giant. And when we do that, we have a response. It says after you change this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. All right. Then we're going to use this double strength to use our wrist gauntlets, and we're going to put a big old stun on Rhino. There we go. And then we're going to sock him for 3. He's down to 5. All right, feeling pretty good about that. I think that went all right, although I need a rest pretty quick here. If I get attacked again, Wasp's going to have to step in front of it because I can't take it. But she still has +2, so she's at 5. She's got 5 health right now, so I've got some more use out of her. I would really like to not take some damage this round. All right, we only get a hand size of 4. That's the downside of our giant size there. 3, 4. Oh, the Pim particles are nice because that's going to let me heal a little bit. That would be very handy. All right, so we're going to go villain turn. So 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino would see Ant-Man out there, come to attack him, but he doesn't because he's stunned. All right, next up we're getting a counter card. Counter card is... uh-oh, that's just what I was afraid of. So the villain and each minion engaged attacks you. So Rhino's coming for me. He attacks for 3. Oh, I was hoping that's not what was going to happen. So I can throw Wasp in front of it, or I can block. I think what I'm going to do is block. I'm gonna go ahead and defend against that. So he's attacking for 3. He's going to get a boost of 1. So I'm going to take 1 damage. All right, so I've taken 8 so far, which is more than I really would have liked to have taken, but that is the way things are. Okay, so what are we up to next? So the next thing is going to be, we're going to go to our hero phase. I've only got 4 cards, which is kind of yucky, but what I can do is I can use my Pim particles. My Pim particle says after you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're giant form, which I really like. So I'm going to use my Pim particles to play my power gloves on the Wasp. All right, so that's going to heal me 2, which is good because I really needed that. All right, now I could go tiny. I would like to go tiny and then flip over, because if I go tiny, I could use my wrist gauntlets, but then I really need a round. Oof. What am I going to do here? I think we're going to go tiny, because I'm afraid of his scheme when I go over to rest. And the other part of that is I would like to be untapped when I rest. So we're going to use our transformation ability to go into tiny mode. So when I go to tiny mode, I get to take 1 off the main scheme. I'm going to use my Army of Ants now that I'm tiny to do 1 damage to an enemy. I'm going to take a Rhino down to 4. Then Wasp is going to attack. She attacks for 2. Her gauntlets give her +1 more damage. So she's going to attack for 3, which is going to knock Rhino down to 1. All right, then we're going to use our 2 energy here, and we're going to zap him. So if we're in tiny form, we spend 2 energy resources, we get to confuse him. Put confuse on Rhino. All right, I think we've done all the things that we can do. So we're going to ready up. And we're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got some Genius, Call for Aid, First Aid, an Army of Ants, and some Pim Particles. Oh, man. Okay. Villain's turn. What are we doing here? I hate to use up the Wasp here. So, 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino's going to attack. Now, I could take this. It is possible that he hits me and then he comes back and hits me again, which is what I really don't want. So I think I'm going to put Wasp in front of this one, which I hate doing, but that's what we're going to do. So Wasp is going to block this one. Rhino's going to hit for plus 2 more, so that's 5 damage. Yeah, that would have been pretty painful. So Wasp's taking that. All right, and then we get an encounter card. Counter card is Under Fire. When reveal the top card of the encounter deck and then Surge. Oh, so we're going to get 2 cards, which is not good. So reveal the top card of the encounter deck, and we get a Bomb Scare. All right, so that's going to have 3 on it. And we need to remember it's got an acceleration token. All right, then our next one is going to be an Armored Rhino suit. No! All right, so that's going to soak up 5 damage. I had him down to 1, and now he's going to soak up 5. Jerk. Kind of had it planned out where I thought I would be able to beat him up this round, but that's not happening. Okay. So that is the end of Rhino's turn. We're over to our hero turn. Oh, let's see here. My army of ants was going to do a bunch of Rhino damage, but he's not at this point. Let's see here. If I go large, I can do a large and first aid, and that's essentially going to heal me up, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and use our call for aid first and see what Avenger ally we get. So we're going to call for aid. So call for aid says discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an Avenger ally, then add that ally to my hand. So let's see what we get for an Avenger ally. Ooh, wait, hold on. Nope. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. All right, so we're going to look for an Avenger ally. Nope, no, 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 no. Uh-oh, that's going a little bit further into my deck than I wanted to. Oh, there's my helmet. There's a Moxie, an army of ants, resize. There's Ant-Man. Oh, I went really far through my deck. I should have thought better there, but yeah, okay. All right, that wasn't the plan, and that really was not who I was hoping for. Okay, so how are we going to play this? I think what we're going to do... Do we get Ant-Man out? End up taking an attack? I think so. I think we're going to go... It would be nice to get the another army of ants out there, and I could work on working down Rhino some more. It would pretty consistently help me take him down. Oh, I think I need to get Ant-Man out there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to bring Ant-Man out, and he's going to have 3 on him. He's got 3 health. Actually, we'll mark that. How will we mark that? We'll mark that with these. We'll say he's got 3 health. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do 1 with our army of ants. I'm going to put 1 on the suit. Then we're going to go to our giant form. When we go to giant form, we do a damage. I'll drop that on the suit. Then we're going to use PIM particles to play first aid. So that's going to be a cool combo because I'm going to heal 2 damage since I'm in giant form, and then I'm going to heal 2 damage. So we're going to heal up 4. And then we're going to attack for 3 and take out the armored Rhino suit. And let's see, at that point in time, do we have Ant-Man bring out Rhino 3? We're going to get double encounter cards if we do that. Or do we have him work on the bomb scare? The bomb scare itself isn't that bad. It's the extra threat that it generates that I don't like. I think we're going to have Ant-Man go ahead and... Ooh, that's a tough one. I think we're going to go ahead and hit Rhino. So we're going to take Rhino up to Rhino 3. Uh-oh, where's my Rhino 3? I need Rhino 3. There's Rhino 3. All right. Ooh, when he comes out, he's going to stun each hero. And he gets toughness. Yeah, we'll take it. All right, so we're going to get stunned. He's going to get tough. So he's tough and confused right now. And he's going to go up to 16 hit points. So let's leave that 1 on there. And then we need a 10 and a 5. All right, and we're going to be done. We're going to ready up. We're going to draw 4 cards, which is going to give him another encounter card. That's the thing I'm most scared of. So there's 1. Now the good news here is hopefully I draw some big cards here. Let's see, Army of Ants is a, deal 1 damage. It's not an attack. Oh, I was hoping it was an attack, because therefore, and then I could wipe the stunned away with my Army of Ants, but that's not going to happen. Okay. All right, let's see. So I got a hand size of 4. I've got 1 card. We're going to go 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we come up with. We got a giant stomp. Some gloves, some moxie, and another giant stomp. Oof, we want to do damage. All right, villain's turn. What's going to go on here? We're going to put a threat on the main scheme. It's not good. Rhino's going to come attack. I think we're just going to take this one. Or we go ahead and block because I want to get... That's an attack. If I want to stomp, I need to get rid of that stun. So we're going to go ahead and take this attack. So he's attacking for 4. He's going to get a boost of 2. So he's going to hit me for 6. Ouch. All right, so now we've got, what is that? That's 8 out of 12 on. Can't take another hit like that. All right. That's his attack. We need encounter card. We need another encounter card. I don't think I put 2 on because there was acceleration there. So I think that was my bad. All right. So encounter card number 1. Hydra Bomber. 2 damage or 1 threat on the main scheme. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see here. I think we're going to put a threat on the main scheme. All right. Number 2 is charge. Oh, man. Okay. That's looking kind of gross. All right. So it's back to the hero side of stuff. What are we doing on the hero side? I've got an army of ants. I've got a lot of threat on the main scheme. The main scheme's going to scheme out if I don't do something about that. Which I'll probably have Ant-Man take care of that. Now the Hydra Bomber's looking at 1 damage. That's not too bad. I could attack and then Giant Stomp. But we also have that charge coming through. That charge is going to do a lot of damage. So I think we're going to attack with Ant-Man, clear off our stun. Going to take our stun off. All right. Next up, we need to... I think we're going to play our Giant Stomp. We got Giant... Oh, nope. We don't want a Giant Stomp first. Oh, he's got the tough on him. I forgot about that. That messes us back up here. So let's see here. Why don't we put our stun back on here? All right, how do we want to work this? Because I think we're going to need to heal. The Giant Stomp isn't going to do us any good. Got a Hydra Bomber out there. So Ant-Man is going to need to thwart for 2. So we knock that back down. And then we need to, I think we need to flip, but we're looking at, Confuse should take care of that. But the Hydra Bomber is scheming for 1. So if we do 2, 3, we would be at 6. Ouch. Man, I don't like how this plays out. Actually, if I take this back, let's put Ant-Man back up here. And we'll put our 2 threat back on here. Okay, now we can Moxie and play our Power Gloves. All right, so we're going to do our Moxie, which is going to boost us up. We're going to play Power Gloves on Ant-Man. So Ant-Man is going to thwart for 2. He's going to do 1 damage, which is going to get rid of Rhino's tough. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to clear our stun. And then we're going to flip over to Scott Lang form. And that's going to heal us for 1. So we're down to 7. All right, so now we hope things play out well because we got some messiness going on here. So there's our Hydra Bomber. We got some gauntlets. We got some ants. We're holding on to a Giant Stomp. And Ant-Man did a thing. All right, we're going to be done. I'm going to untap. We're going to draw back up. Hand size is 6. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Villain's turn. We're going to put 2 threat on the main scheme. So we're up to 5. Then Rhino sees Scott Lang out there. He would come attack, but he's confused, so that doesn't happen. Or sorry, he would scheme, but he doesn't. Hydra Bomber is going to scheme for 1. Then we're going to draw an encounter card. Counter card is Exhaustion. Surge, exhaust my identity card. No, that's not what I wanted to have happen. That was not a part of the plan. And we're surging into, oh, damn it. So we're going to surge into an advance, which means he's going to scheme for 1, get a bonus of 1, so he's going to scheme for 2, and he does that Rhino thing where he's going to go out. Oh, all right, so let's assume that he didn't go out that round. What would I have been able to pull off had he not gone out? Well, let's see, I would have flipped over to Big Ant-Man, done a damage. I would have done a giant stomp, which would have been 8 damage. So there's 1, so that's 9, plus 3 more is 12. Oh, I don't think I couldn't have quite gotten him. I could have stunned him. I could have thrown a stun on him and then got another army of ants into play. Yeah, which wouldn't have got it either. Well, then I could have thwarted with Ant-Man. Maybe we would have seen a caught off guard, which would have gotten rid of one of probably my wrist gauntlets. I might have been able to get him the next round. Oh, so close, but that's the Rhino thing. So there we go. We got 1 Rhino defeat. Expert Rhino took out my Ant-Man finally. That was going all right. So did I make a bad play there? What is it that I missed? Should I have done something differently? Maybe I should have built more and got those team building exercises out early. Maybe those were the big part of the game. I think where I messed up, and let me know if you think so too, is there was a point where at the end there, I did a call for aid. And I think I only had maybe 1, maybe 2 more allies left in the deck. Maybe I shouldn't have done the call for aid at that point in time and should have done something else. But dang it. There we go. So there's our first loss as Ant-Man. I felt like I was close. I felt like I was in it. So doing a preconstructed deck against an expert, the thought is, from what's been said, is that you should feel like you've got a pretty good chance to win with a preconstructed deck against standard. Really, the expert mode is supposed to be for when you construct your deck and build your own deck, you should feel like you've got a pretty good chance to win. So, preconstructed going against expert, it's not unexpected that you would lose, and I totally felt like I had a shot there. Like, I thought I was close at the end. I didn't feel totally defeated. And Rhino is kind of tough, especially once he steps into expert mode there and kind of ups his game and has more attack. And starting off the tough stun thing is a big twist to the whole thing. So there we go. We have our first defeat as Ant-Man. I think we've got to go against Rhino Expert again and see if he takes us out again, because I feel like this was pretty close and I think that it was doable. So, all right, let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll look forward to another Ant-Man versus Expert Rhino. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.